Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the What the Football channel. This is the BH and Scrubber Show. And on today's show, we are going to be covering the last game we played, the Commanders versus the Dallas Cowboys, and another heart attack game. But for some quick housekeeping, please join us on Friday for our preview show for the Commanders against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a return grudge match being played in Tampa. Looking forward to that. And that game is going to be on Sunday night at 8 o'clock, 8:15. So join us right here on this channel for the live reaction show, the play-by-play, the screaming and yelling and tearing out our hair and gnashing out of what teeth I have left. So, BH, what do you think about that game on Sunday?
Yeah, it's kind of like we said, we were praying for let's not have a heart attack game. Of course, we had to have a heart attack game, and just might as well get it out there right now. Sunday night's game is going to be a heart attack game.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we know that, but we'll talk about that on Friday.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of a weird game. I guess it falls in line with most of our divisional games. They were all weird. You've always said that it doesn't matter your record within the division.
Yep.
Just like that weird voodoo, everything's out the window. Doesn't matter if like Dallas got rolled the week before, just dog turds. And then they did it to us again. They came back and they played pretty good, pretty strong. We managed to shoot ourselves in the foot here and there, sort of the usual, not one thing falling apart, but it's that little thing here, that penalty thing there. And but the good news is, man, we might have the best backup quarterback in the NFL. Marcus Mariota. I don't know why more teams don't have good backups. There's some teams this year inexplicable, like the guys that they had as their backup, Miami being one. When you got poor Tua, who's he's like a hit in the head from like being out of football for the rest of his life, and they just were scrambling, pulling people off the street when they realized their backups couldn't cut it. But Mariota was great. It was a smart, we talk about how our new front office and our people, they don't just go get someone's friend or someone's buddy or this or that. That Marcus Mariota fit what Kingsbury likes to do. It's a fit. And so, you know what I mean? And so when it's time to play, you go, oh, well, now we got a pocket passer. So we're going to switch the play calling to this. And no. So no one else had to change. Eckler didn't have to change. None of the receivers had to change. We're running the same stuff, guys.
Yep.
And so he did great. And obviously, Pro Football Focus, number one guy, shot an 88, which is not surprising. Just looking at the way he played on the field, you could see that. And up there with him was Eckler and Cosme and Terry.
Yeah.
They did awesome. And on defense, our number one PFF guy was Dante Fowler, followed by Jeremy Chin, Luvu, Clelin Ferrell, and at number 5 was Derek Forrest, came in with a 66. And I'm proud of him because he mostly plays special teams, doesn't really get on the field. And like when he got a chance, he went out and played really well. So I'm real proud of those guys. A little bit on the downside was, Wiley kind of continues to struggle. I mean, he's sort of our boy. We support Wiley, but man, he's out there on that right tackle just having some issues. And the only other thing, I don't know that they played particularly bad, but Igbenogany and St. Jude's had some struggles too. Too, according to PFF. And so not surprising, but I mean, we had enough guys play very good. Jeremy Chin with some monster hits too, man. He's kind of, he's always been kind of known for that, but I hadn't quite seen a whole lot of that. But in this game, I mean, he was out there taking guys out and no penalties, and they were clean.
Yep.
So I was happy to get the win. I'm real happy get that number 6 seed. I mean, once again, man, we slipped by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a little rough. That first half started out pretty bad. It was really bad. So, like exceptionally bad. Generated hardly any offense. Our defense was out on the field for way too long. I think it was four punts and a field goal in the first half and 3 touchdowns and a punt in the second half. So again, a tale of 2 games like we've been playing like the last 4 or 5 games have all been basically down to the last play.
Yeah.
And so, the whole benching of Jaden Daniels for the second half for Mariota, he just wasn't producing. You could say you got soreness in your legs all you want, but that is NFL speak for he got benched. He played like shit. I watched the game. So it didn't look to me like he even wanted to be there. So I don't care for it. But I'm glad they benched him and brought in Mariota. Mariota did such a great job, led 3 monster drives, like 70, 70, and 81 or something like that. The punt drive was terrible. It was bad.
Yeah.
I think we were like minus 15 yards or something on that one. But other
Yeah,
than
that was
that,
yeah.
we did good. So
Yeah, that looked like one of our first half drives out of the blue. It sort of popped out of nowhere, but then they got back on track.
yeah, yeah. So Mariota did great. I mean, his running, like you said, he can run. He ran on that 4th and 1 and picked up 33 yards, and that said lots of game-saving plays that really kept it together. We got in over the line. I was dying out there. That takes out so much energy to call a game like that. You wouldn't believe it, dude.
Yeah.
As soon as that game was over, I went straight to bed. So
I know.
it fucking kills me, dude. But we got in. So we're in. But and we keep saying week after week after week, you can't keep playing like this, but they keep playing like that and they keep winning. So if that's the formula, or it seems to be a feature and not a bug.
Yeah.
So they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. I would prefer starting out in the first half. I don't know if you're going to get away with that shit against Tampa Bay. And
No.
I think you are because Tampa Baker Mayfield, he's a monster. He's going to crush us. He's going to throw for 450 yards. And then Bucky Irving's going to run for 170 more. And if we're not careful. So we can't play like that. They got to do something. Luckily, we played Tampa, early in the year. So, but that game against Dallas shouldn't have happened the way that it did. We were up against Trey Lance. And we make some of these, secondary quarterbacks look good. He's their third stringer, and he's washed, and he's barely gotten going. And
yeah, that's the best I ever saw him play.
Yeah. We make quarterbacks look good.
I know. Yeah, it's true. And it is kind of weird. But I guess when we kind of talked about it, we were way back in August saying, hey, we're rebuilding this whole thing. And we did bring in a lot of good people. But we were saying, God, 7 or 8 wins, solid football. And we go back the next year. We re-up with another great draft because we have great personnel people. They did a great job. So that was our mindset. Now all of a sudden, 12 wins. Well, maybe we're an 8-win, 9-win team that just battled down and got 3. I'm not going to say lucky because they fought for every one of those.
They do.
The ball didn't, they just played bad, put themselves in a bad situation. Yeah. But at the end of the games, they did win. It wasn't like a crappy ref call or some stupid bounce that went wrong. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of how we've kind of scuffled along and got those extras, and we have to be honest that that's kind of who our team is, because like you say, it's turned into a feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
But we'll discuss this more on Friday, though. The playoffs are a weird thing. People go into the playoffs. It's all new. It's open, and it does things to teams. It does good things. Some teams explode into the playoffs. Some teams who had a really good year and look really solid go in and lay an egg, because the playoffs, it's during the season, there's, you can have a terrible game and go, man, we got to get into the meetings. We got to get into practice. And next week we got to show up and play better. So, you can re-energize. Well, not in the playoffs, dude. You lose everything you worked for, everything you built up for, everything you did it's over. It's
one
done.
And done.
Go home. Yeah, loser leaves town.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We're going to have to. It will, I think, and we'll talk about this on Friday, man. We'll have a good show. We'll talk all about Tampa, how we do with them, how we did play them. We'll review a little bit of that, bring all that in. But the playoffs are voodoo. It does different things to different people. So hopefully we can grab onto some of that and do some damage.
Yeah. Yeah, let's hope so. They've got a rock solid team. Hopefully
Yep.
our guys can we don't have to play till Sunday night. And that's good. Gives you a little bit more time, get to know what happens before our game.
Yes.
Eagles play. I forget who they play, but anyways,
Eagles, Green Bay, right? I think Green Bay goes
Green Bay. So
yeah.
I don't know if Jalen Hurts. So we'll know some stuff, before the game, and it's good that everybody gets it. It's on NBC on Sunday night, so be sure to tune into it. Should be great for our game. Tampa Bay playing in nice weather. That's a good thing. So
we get to play on real grass, nice weather. And the other thing is this team, a young team, and also a team that have to get to know each other. Because they're all introducing themselves in the locker room in August. And half the team was brought in. They've all made the trip to Tampa. They know what the locker room's like. They know what the field is like. You know what I mean? So they've already kind of got that feel, like going all the way to LA.
Yeah.
And a lot of these guys are playing in this big SoFi stadium for the first time. It's you know what I mean? It's a 5.5 hour flight. Yeah. That's a whole different thing. I'm not saying it would have hurt us, but I like the actual idea that we went to Tampa once and did all that.
Yeah.
So we know.
I agree. All right. Well, it was a win. It was a win. And so hopefully we'll have less heart attack on Sunday night. Just straight out, just get on the board and get going. So join us on Sunday, everybody. It's a lot of fun, and y'all have a good night.
All right, man. See you on Friday.